Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to KUROI. We are on, I think, video 5, which is our level 4. Yes, the first video was kind of like an intro where we did character creation and we did the heist preparation. And then videos 2, 3, 4, and now 5 is the actual heist, level by level, floor by floor. Now, before we continue, I'm recording this after uploading parts 1 and 2, and the designer, Peter, has actually made some comments to sort of address some of the points that I raised. So first of all, it seems that I have been doing things correctly. In terms of activating the figures, the enemies, it is done with like reducing in terms of their value. So you activate the model which is 5 and 6 first, you then activate the model that is 3 and 4, and then finally you activate the model that is 1 and 2. So we were correct on that part. Secondly, the skill points for savvy says re-roll any or all dice used in your tactical roll. Has been confirmed. That is actually the ability to re-roll your action dice during your turn. So again, we were correct there, luckily enough. Thirdly, the third point I want to make before we start the cafeteria level, which could be the final level, we could actually complete our mission. We need 3 more intel. But before we do that, there's one more point I want to make. I have actually recorded like final thoughts. I've recorded like a short clip sort of giving my final thoughts on the game, and I was going to add that as the outro for the final video in the series. Again, possibly this video. But in that sort of final thoughts, I raise a few questions, I give a few suggestions, and actually in one of Peter's comments, I can't remember if it was the first video or the second video, he's talking about the sort of an expansion for the game. And a lot of the things that he's saying is going to be in the expansion is going to be in my final thoughts. So, Peter, great minds think alike. And again, I really enjoy this game. Thank you very much for bringing it to us. And I do promise you that I will be bringing Entity to the channel very soon. Right, with that out of the way, we do have our level 4 heist, or level 4 of the heist. We are in the cafeteria, which is a little bit scary because there's not a lot of places to hide. So this could just end up being a gunfight. But as we've seen in the previous videos, once you start knocking out the enemies, that reinforcements track goes down really quickly. So we shall have to see how it goes. So join me for video number 5, Heist level 4, the cafeteria. Okay, everything is set up a little bit not straight, but never mind, it's all good. We are at the cafeteria. This is going to be level 4. The intel portal or the intel block is here on this square here, which is really far away, but the exit is fairly close to the intel. There are some new points on here in terms of a healing, what do they call this? A healing station is right here. So at the healing station, I can use a unique action of 5+ to heal 1 wound. I can then spend additional dice with a UA of 5+ to heal 1 additional wound per dice. So I can use dice which are 5 or higher to heal here, which can be very useful. But I've got to be honest, I haven't lost any hit points yet. Going to regret saying that, I know that. Another thing is that in this location here, these 2 squares here, it's supposed to be a wall. And initially I put a wall there, but I thought, you know what? I'm pretty sure that I have some vending machines from an old WorldWorks Games Mayhem build that I did. And yeah, I do. So I'm going to be using these instead of the wall to kind of represent that area. So we've got a drinks machine and a foods machine here. Again, I think these are old WorldWorks games. Again, I've just glued a coin to the bottom to kind of make them a little bit more stable, but that's going to basically represent the wall here. Entrance, intel, exit, bad guy, bad guy, bad guy. So up here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6. So again, as I mentioned just now, it has been confirmed you activate the 5, 6 first, or any any enemies that are 5/6, because you can get more enemies. There are ways to actually generate more enemies. But 5/6 first, then 3/4, then 1/2 are activated. These tokens, again, I've used tokens or designs from 2-Minute Tabletop. So this is going to represent partial cover. So it's not, I don't think it blocks line of sight, but it creates, it gives me, I think it's +1 armor for any sort of attacks against me if I'm behind it. So there's not a lot of cover in terms of not being seen, but there's plenty of stuff that I can hide behind to make it harder for them to shoot me. But I'm kind of thinking that sneaking is going to be hard here, because sneaking here is going to be completely reliant on their line of sight. And as we've seen in the previous videos, that alertness track, where is it? Over here. The alertness track goes down pretty quick. And then their line of vision, their sort of corridors of vision, changes pretty quickly as well. So let us get on with the game. Level 4, the Cafeteria. And as usual, we start with a player turn. So my little rat man, Bartholomew, or this is something else that the designer confirmed. You can have aliens here. I think he mentioned on the enemy list there is a biomutant. Yeah, number 4, biomutant. So there you go, here's a biomutant. But the expansion sounds like it's going to be amazing. Right, let's get on with it. So we start on the entrance square. So I've got my action dice here, my nice black dice. I've also pulled out some other dice. Now I'm going to be using these, I think, for the combat rolls, because I think in the last episode I needed to be careful because I was using dice that were still not used as action dice in terms of for the combat roll. So I'm actually going to be using different dice for the combat, I think. We'll see. We'll see if those red dice give us as much luck as the black dice have been. I've been pretty lucky so far. Right, for the first turn, let's see what we get. Don't need to use the healing station because I haven't taken any wounds. I've got a full complement of skill points because I managed to get them back. Now this is actually, I mean, if you're playing Yahtzee, this isn't a bad roll. I just need a 2 instead of a 1 and I've got a straight. But for this game, this isn't very useful. Now this guy's facing here. Now what I could, again, you can't stop on a square which has partial cover. So even if I managed to rotate this guy this way, I wouldn't be able to go behind him and do a silent KO. Oh, but this guy's, okay, so move the terrain already. So this guy has a line, oh my god, he's looking down here already. So I could distract this guy, and then I'll be free to move in this corridor here until the end. Distract. Oh, that's actually that's one thing I don't think Peter has answered yet. Again, at the time of recording, I do have 2 other videos to upload before this one, so maybe on those he'll make a comment. But in terms of the distraction action, I think, again, according to the rules, they always rotate clockwise, even with distract. But I'm thinking that when you're doing a distraction as an action, I think you should be able to determine clockwise or anti-clockwise. That's how I'm playing it anyway. What am I going to do? Because I can't move here because this guy will see me. So I have to distract him at least. So I can distract him. That's 1 die. This guy, I could. No, but you can only do. Oh, you can only distract once. Yeah, actions can only be used once. So if I distract this guy, I can't distract him. Melee, I'm not so good. Melee, I've only got my sidearm, which gives me 2 dice. So if I whack this guy, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, if I move 4, if I distract, then move, and then melee. No, because then I'll move into line of sight. Ah, okay. Is the alert done only during their turn, or is it done during my turn as well? It's not good. Yes, it's in my turn as well. It says here, page 13, alertness track. It says, entering an enemy's line of sight or discovering a KO'd enemy body will immediately trigger the alert. Dang. So I think I'm screwed either way. I could distract move to here possibly. That seems like a fairly safe space. Because if this guy rotates, he won't see me in his corridor. This guy, yeah, okay, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to distract him so that I can move through this square here. And I think I'm just going to move up to there. I think that's all I can really do for the moment anyway. So we've got this at the moment. I've got nothing there to actually help me. So distract, there's no UA value, there's no minimum dice value. I'm not going to do anything else. So it doesn't really matter, so I might as well just roll them all again. That's really not good. I've only got 2. Okay, reroll. Last reroll. Oh, that's terrible. The black dice have turned against me. It's because I was complimenting them. I think Peter complimented the black dice as well, which has obviously turned them against me. That's really not good. However, I can use Savvy to do another reroll. At the moment, I've got a double. That's it. And a double... Okay, I can use any dice to distract. But the double is only going to give me a movement of 3 squares, which is not enough. Because if I stop there by the healing station, if he rotates, he's going to see me. I have to use a point of savvy. I've got to use a point of savvy. I'm going to reroll. I need a 3. No. Oh, no. Oh, no. I can't do it. I mean, I could use an... Oh, no, I can't. You can only reroll once. Oh, well, this isn't good at all, is it? So I can move maximum of 3 squares. 1, 2, 3, which would get me to the healing station, which is, again, if this guy rotates, I'm screwed. I do have the ability to re-roll their dice, which means I could potentially avoid the 3 4s, but it's a bit of a risk. Another option is that I literally just move 1 square. That's all I do in the first turn. No distraction or anything. So all I'm going to do is, I'm just going to move 1 square. That's it. They still can't see me. But this way, if I do get just a double next time, I can actually move bonk, bonk to here. That's it. I think that's all I can do. And that's cost me 1 savvy point. I've only got 1 more. I should have put more points in savvy, I think. Never mind. Right, it's now the enemy's turn. Oh, we did move. Sorry. So alertness goes up by 1. Bonk. Movement, the action costs 1 alertness, no matter how far you move. All right. Enemy turn. Let's see what we get. I didn't get any 3s or 4s. So I could have stopped there. The dice are against me. Right, what do we got? 2 5s. So that's for this guy here. So these are minor actions. So this guy's just going to rotate twice. We've got 3 actions for the guy up at the top. 2 minor and 1 major. So he's going to move forward twice and then rotate twice. Okay, that's okay. That's allowable. Don't need to reroll any of those. So starting with 5 or 6, 2 minor actions. So this is patrol, move, minor, rotate 90 degrees clockwise. 1, 2. So he's facing the wall. He's done. And then we've got the guy over here. He will move. Okay, so patrol, move, major, move them forward 2 spaces. 1, 2. So he's at the exit. And then we've got 2 minor. So patrol, move, minor, rotate 90 degrees. So 1, 2. So he's facing back the way he's going. He's doing the whole patrol up and down. And that is the end of the enemy turn. So alertness goes up by 1 automatically. At the end of every enemy turn, alertness goes up by 1. Right, now it's my turn. Now, this guy's not looking this way anymore. So I could potentially... Yeah, but distract, I can only rotate 90 degrees. That's not going to help unless I can move to here and then KO. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I... Oh, no, but you need to sneak, don't you? Why couldn't you have rotated? No, I could. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That could also be a decent position to go. Then potentially sneak and kill. So I would need a triple. Oh no, sneaks 2 to move 1 square. Oh, I can't do it. All right, let's see what we get. Let's roll first and see what happens. Come on. Second turn, what do we get? I should be using a dice tray, but there's not a lot of space, to be honest, at the moment. Right, we've got a double 6 and a 5 high. We need to roll again. Right, we've got a triple 6, 6, 6, 6. We've got a 5 and a 2. Reroll. Right. Oh, we've got a triple and a double. That's okay. Now, with the triple, I could move 5 squares. Again, I don't want to go here. I can only distract 1. So I can only distract 90 degrees. So I could distract this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then attack. But then I'll only have 1 die for attack, which is a 5+ to hit. Melee. From behind the blind spot, you ignore their armor, but these guys don't have armor. So attacking from behind, in this case, with these soldiers, doesn't really give me much benefit at all. Okay, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to move to here. That's the triple. I've got 2 left. I could distract. See, okay, so I could distract this guy. And again, what I'm doing in this game, because I think it makes sense, is that when you do a distract, you can rotate them either way, clockwise or anti-clockwise. I know that Peter said it was 90 degrees clockwise, but I think it makes more sense when you're doing a distract either way. So what I could do is you could use a distract on this guy to point him that way, so that when we have the enemy actions, it's less likely that he's going to turn all the way around and see me. So I could do a distract on him to turn him back that way, which gives me like another time of him rotating clockwise. Then with another dice, I could focus and get back my savvy. Ooh, yes, that makes sense. So I'm going to use 1 to Okay, so I did move, so the alertness goes up. I do a distract on this guy to rotate him, and again, I'm doing it anti-clockwise because I think it makes sense. Distract also adds 1 to the alertness. And then I'm going to focus with my last one to get my savvy point back. Yeah, I think I should have put more points in savvy, to be honest. Right, so that's that done. We are currently at 1, 2, 3, 4 alertness. It will become 5 at the end of their turn, so cautious is going to be coming up pretty soon. Right, let's see what the enemies do. Now, I think I'm in a fairly safe position at the moment until it gets to cautious, and then it becomes a lot more dangerous, me sneaking around. Right, enemy turn. What do we get? I actually want this guy to rotate once. And then these two just to move down here if possible. Right, let's see what we get. We get a 1, 2. So a major and a minor for this guy. We get... Oh, that's not good. Dang it. We get a double 6, which means this guy is going to get 2 majors. And this guy gets a minor. Alright, so starting off with this guy... Oh, do I want to re-roll before I do anything else? I might want to re-roll one of this guy's dice, I think. Because, okay, so this will make him move 2 squares. I've got to do the highest first. So because he can't move in this direction, he has to rotate and then move 2 squares. So this guy's going to move to there. The 1 will then make him rotate another 90 degrees. So he'll be facing this way, so then I won't be able to do a silent KO on him. So this... I want to re-roll that. At the moment, this guy, the 1's not a problem because that puts him in an ideal position. He turns one way and I can kill him. This guy has got a 2 major, move 2 spaces forward. So he can't move forward this way. So he will rotate until he can move. So he will move, rotate this way, move 2 spaces, and then do the same thing again. But he'll rotate this way and then move 2 spaces this way. That's fine. I'm not worried about this guy until it becomes cautious, because then his corridor becomes a bit of a problem. This guy is just going to rotate 90 degrees, he'll be facing that way. So, okay, this is the only one I want to re-roll. So I'm going to use one of my tech skill points. So the tech skill points, you can re-roll any or all of the enemy action dice. So I want to re-roll this one. What do I want? I don't want 1s or 2s. I want a dice to activate one of these guys, I think. So, come on. Okay, we get a 5, which oh no. Oh no. Why am I going oh no? Because this is going to rotate this guy so that he sees me. So he'll rotate and move, he will rotate and move, and then he will rotate and look there. Which means as soon as I kill this guy, he will see the dead body and the alarm will go up. Ah, oh, dang it. Again, but I can't re-roll them anymore, so I'm kind of stuck with it. Right, so this guy, his first major, you have to do major actions first. He can't move in that direction, so he rotates clockwise until he can move, and then moves 2 squares. That one's done. He does it again. Again, he can't move this way anymore, so he rotates until he can, moves 2 squares. Minor action, rotate 90 degrees. So now he's looking all the way down there, and he can see this bod. Which is not what I want. This guy is going to rotate. This is the minor action, because you always take the highest of their allotted numbers as the major, the lowest of their allotted numbers as the minor. So this is a minor, a 3. He rotates 90 degrees. He's done. He's not a problem at all. This guy has a minor, rotates 90 degrees. Oops. And now his back is to me, which would have been perfect if it wasn't for the fact that this guy is now going to see him get knocked out and raise the alarm. Right, but not yet. So end of enemy turn, alertness goes up. Doesn't really matter. They're going to get alerted soon anyway. Now it is my turn. So what do I want to do? I want to. Oh, I can distract. Yes. Okay, so I want to distract, sneak, kill, and then possibly move. So I'm going to need, distract has no requirements, sneak I need a double, and silent kill I need a 6. So I need a 6 and a double. All right, let's see what we get. So turn 3, let's go. Well, I get a double 6. Oh, a double 1, okay. So I've got a double 1, I've got the double 6. Now I actually only need the single 6. Now I could keep it as a double, but I really need the 6 for that silent KO. So the 2 would allow me to move 1 square sneak. No alertness increase. I could then use the 6 to silent KO this guy. Okay. I need to distract this guy. So I can do that with that. And then I've got a 6 left over. Now, when you do a silent KO, and again, there's been a couple of opportunities for me to do this, and I think I've mentioned it before. But when you silent KO, you can actually spend any number of additional dice which have a UA of 5+ to gain the same amount of intel. So I could actually use this as I do the silent KO to get 1 point of intel. That sounds good. Now, do I raise the alert in any way? Sneak move? No. Silent kill? No. Distract, yes. So they're going to become cautious next turn. There's nothing I can do about that. Right, so what I want to do is, first of all, I want to distract this guy so that he's not looking down here. Which way? I think this way. So rotate him this way. So now this guy is looking down that corridor here, so this is his line of sight. I will then sneak. For 2 dice, for a double, I can sneak 1 square. Okay, distract gives +1 alertness. Sneak does not, so I can sneak here. I can do the silent kill with 1 extra 5+ to give me 1 intel. This is my little intel tracker, because there's actually nowhere on the character sheet to put intel. I'll just put it up here. So this will bring me up to 10, which means I need 2 more. That's it. And this guy goes down. This guy is knocked out. The problem I'm going to have is, for the enemy turn, they're going to become cautious at the end of the turn, no matter what. Because silent KO is no bow, no boost. So they're still unaware, but at the end of next turn, they're going to become aware or alert no matter what, because he's going to see me, because he'll become cautious and he's going to see me at the end of their turn. And it's immediate, yeah? This guy will see the dead body again. So it's going to become a problem at the end of the enemy turn anyway, no matter what. So let's see what the enemy's going to do. I don't have an... Actually, I could have hid the body. Instead of getting the intel point, I could have actually hid the body, but that would have raised the alertness by 1, and this guy would have seen me anyway. So, okay, it wouldn't have mattered, but I could have used that other dice, that last dice. Instead of using it to get that extra point of intel, I could have used it to hide the body, but that would have raised the alertness by 1, and then this guy would have seen me in his right corridor. So it wouldn't have mattered. It's another possible action I could have taken, but this way I'm getting that extra point of intel. All right, so it is now the enemy turn. Let's see what happens. Let's see if I can get these guys just completely looking in totally the wrong way. Actually, that would be good. Let's see what we get. All right, we got a couple of we've got 3 3s, a 2 and a 5. Now the 2 would raise the alertness by 1. But he's activated last. We've got a 5, which means this guy rotates once. So he's facing the wall. That's great. This is the problem here. Oh, this because this is rotate, rotate, rotate. So as soon as this guy rotates, he sees me because they always go clockwise. So I think I'm going to have to reroll all of these, and I want a 4. A 4 would not be a problem. A 4 and 3s would not be a problem. So should I reroll all of them? Or, I mean, the 3, as long as I get a 4, a 3 is not a problem afterwards, because that just means he's rotating on the spot. So I think what I'm going to do, I think the 3 is not a problem as long as I get a 4. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use another point of tech. Again, I'm just keeping these up here. And I think I'm going to reroll. Again, this might be a bad decision on my part. I mean, maybe I should be re-rolling all of them. But the thing is, I don't want this guy to rotate too much. If I reroll all of these and get another couple of 5s, I'm screwed because you can see. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the 3, because like I say, if one of these is a 4, this guy has to do that first, which means he moves to here. Then he rotates and doesn't see nuts. Yeah, but this guy still sees... Oh no, he's rotating. Okay, so I think I'm going to rotate just these 2. Let's see what we get. It all comes down to this. No, is that good? Hang on. Move 2 spaces. Move 2 spaces, so he rotates, move 2 spaces, and then he rotates and he sees me. Oh no! All these intricate plans come to a fateful end because of the dice. Alright, let's do this. This guy has a minor, so he rotates. Domp. This guy has a major, so he moves forward 2 spaces, so he's on the same space as the healing station. He then does it again, but he has to rotate because he can't move forward anymore this direction, so he rotates, moves forward 2 squares to here. I should have re-rolled this. I should have re-rolled this. Oh no, he would have seen me anyway, never mind. Okay, and then he rotates. Oi! Oi, what are you doing here? And then this guy is KO'd, so his activation becomes alertness. Moves to cautious, another one for the end of the enemy turn, but it doesn't matter because the guy has seen me. I'm in his line of sight. So, alerted. They're all now aware of me. So now the enemy actions move from patrol to engage. If they have line of sight, they will attack. If they don't have line of sight, they have to move first. Dang it. Never mind. I managed to take one of them out and I've managed to get 1 intel point. It's okay. But it is the end of the enemy turn. They are now all aware, alert, everything else. So we've now got to use let's move these out of the way a little bit. Come on, out of the way. It's now a reinforcements track. Oh, here we go. Now I've still got to get here and get intel. Do I want to whack these guys first? Let's see what the dice tell us. Because I can use my SMG on this guy. The SMG on this guy, I'm not going to get any bonus at all. It's just going to be 3 dice. But I can only do 1 ranged attack per turn. All right, let's go. Let's see what I get. We get a double 1, as per usual. Let's have a look. Attack. I need at least 3, I think, for a good attack. And then I want to I want to move to here because it gives me a good amount of cover in between any potential shots. So I'm thinking I want to shoot this guy and then leg it. And then any extra dice I have over, I could actually focus to get these back. Let's see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to re-roll these, I think. Do I need a 6? I'm not... I mean, I could... So I shoot, I think a triple to shoot. I mean, a double means a 4+ to hit. At the moment, I'm rolling 4 dice. I need 2 hits to take him down. I could do with another one there. I could then... Yeah, I'm not going to be able to move and get intel in the same turn, am I? All right, let's re-roll. I'm going to have to get intel next turn. All right, we've got the triple we need. And then I've got a 4 and a 3. Is there anything I can do with a double? A double means I can move 1, 2... Yeah, I need a double because one dice is only going to allow me to move 1 square, which will not allow me to get as much cover as I want. Do I keep one or just roll them both? I'm just going to roll them both. What the hell? What the hell, hey? Yeah, there you go. Oh, I can slide. Okay. So, we are going to shoot this guy because the alert's already gone. So we've got a triple for the attack, so it's a 3+ to hit. Now, I think at one point in one of the earlier videos, I think it was part 1, I think, I rolled the wrong number of dice. But this, you don't roll these dice here that you use for the attack. This just indicates your chance to hit. So I'm using a triple to shoot this guy with my SMG. It has a AR of 3. I get a +1 at close range because it's within 2 squares. So I'm actually rolling 4 dice. I'm going to be rolling these dice. Hopefully they'll be lucky. And I'm hitting on a 3+. They don't have armor, so it stays at 3+. Right, 3+ to hit. Yay! 4 hits. This guy goes down. Badonk. Again, normal actions don't affect the reinforcements. Only knocked down enemies do. So we hit, we killed, but I can't do any more ranged attacks. I can do a melee attack, but not a ranged attack. Now I've got 2 dice left. I could slide 2 squares and then move 1 square. That could bring me to here, which will... No, I think I want to go there. So I will use 1 to slide 2 squares. To go to there. I've got 1 left. I may just focus with this, I think. I might just focus. You can't sort of hide or anything with this. Yeah, so I'm just going to use my last die, the extra dice. I'm just going to focus and get back one of my tech points. All right, that's the end of my turn. Now it is the enemy's turn. There's only 1 guy left. Now he can't see me at the moment. So he's going to have to move first. So he's got to do an engage move first, and then if he has any other activations, he'll then do his engage attack. These guys are equipped with assault rifles and knives. Same DM of 3+. The assault rifle, yeah, doesn't matter. Right, let's see what the enemy gets. 2 2s, so this is the 2 2. So this guy will have 2 dice. This guy will have 2 dice. Ooh, that's a bit lucky. 2 dice. Yeah, I'm just checking. And then this guy will only have 1. Excuse me. Minor. Engage. Move him 2 spaces along the shortest path towards my enemy. And yeah, and then he'll shoot. Okay, but I think he's gonna stay behind here. Because it does say, it says that enemies with ranged weapons stop moving as soon as they have line of fire, even if they haven't used their full movement allowance. Okay, so yeah, he's going to turn around. He's got cover behind here, so it's going to be harder to hit, and he'll be taking a shot next time. But he's only got 1 action, luckily. The bad thing is that the reinforcements track's going to go up by 4 points. All right, so we activate this guy first. He is going to engage, move minor, move the enemy 2 spaces along the shortest path. Well, he's not. He's going to rotate, see me, and then shoot. But he doesn't have enough actions to do anything else. So that's all he's going to do. These guys, their activations will translate into reinforcement points. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4 reinforcement points. Right, now it is my turn. I've taken 2 of the guys down. I need to get intel, at least 2 points of intel, and then I can complete the heist. This guy, I'm not really concerned about because the exit's there. So as long as I can move... I know, but I can't... I can't move. I can't move twice. Oh, let's see what we get. I'm going to need at least a 4+ for the intel. I need to move at least 2 squares. Let's see. Okay, but I've got the 4+ for the intel. I've got a double. A double will allow me to move 3 squares. I don't need to move 3 squares. I could just slide for 1 dice and move 2 squares. Because again, the increased alertness bump doesn't affect during the reinforcement, so it's fine. I can slide no problem whatsoever. So I've got the intel. I can slide. Bump, bump. I could then potentially use 3 dice to get more intel, but I don't need to. I only need 2 intel, so I only really need to assign 1 die for the get intel to get the 2 that I need. However, if I assign more die, I will get more intel and I'll get more credits. So I'm thinking that's what I would do. This guy, yeah, he's just going to stay where he is and shoot me next turn anyway, so I'm still going to get some cover. 1 cover, I think. 2 cover. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So I'll put all of these into the intel. So I will slide 2 squares. So technically I am actually in this square here, but I don't think there's going to be enough space. So I'm not on the partial cover. I'm actually in that square itself there. I'm going to use intel, which is going to be a 4+. And then I'm going to use 3 extra to get more intel. So I'm going to get a total of 4 intel. So that brings me up to 5 for this level. And that is my turn done. Like I say, I'm not in the square with the partial cover. I'm actually in the square with the intel. That's my turn done. And now it is the enemy turn. Still got a bit of space before reinforcements come. And all I've got to do is survive this turn and then I can run out. Yes, okay. I think we can do this. Now, you may be thinking that this game's fairly easy because I haven't taken any damage and stuff. Well, yeah. But I'm up against the easiest enemies. Trust me, once you start rolling for random enemies, it gets a lot harder because not only do they have better stats and better weapons, but they have special abilities. And some of these abilities can be terrible. Like, for example, the Mecha Enforcer is immune to silent KO. It can cross impassable squares, destroying them. So the Mecha Enforcer can actually destroy walls as it moves through them. Yeah. The soldiers are easy. This is just an intro to the game. Trust me. Right, so it is the enemy turn. Let's see what we get. We get a double... Oh, a double 6. Okay, that's not good. Because... Why is it bad? Because with a major attack, because now he's switched from move to attack. Major attacks, he gets a +1 to his attack value. So this is not good. I might want to re-roll that. We've got a 4 and we got 2 2s. Now these ones aren't too much of a problem. Not too worried about those ones. But the 2 6s is a bit of a concern because he's going to be shooting me twice at +1 attack, which takes his ranged attack from a 2 to 3. So we'll be rolling 3 dice instead of 2 dice. So I'm thinking that I want to re-roll these. So I'm going to be using another tech skill point, and I'm going to re-roll these dice because it can't get any worse. That's the worst it could get in this situation. So we get... That's even better. That is brilliant because now this guy doesn't do anything. He's currently hiding. He's seen his two friends sort of get taken down, and he's sort of turned around, gone, ah, no, and hidden behind the sofa. He's hiding behind the sofa. So that's kind of leaving me clear to get intel and get out. But the reinforcements do increase by 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, technically, next turn, there would be a reinforcement. But I think I'm going to be able to get out. So that's their turn done. Now it's back to my turn. What do I need? I've got the intel. All I need is to move 1, 2, 3 squares. That's it. I just need to move 3 squares. I just need a double. That's it. And I can complete this level and complete the heist. So we get a double. That's all I need. That's all I need. That's all she wrote. And I will Yeah, because you can't gain intel more than once per console. I think, and again, I'm maybe Peter can confirm in the comments below. And I don't think I've asked this question before, but I think that you can only use each portal one time. So one of the random things that you can get on a level, like here we got a random sort of healing station, is that you could potentially get another intel sort of data port. I think you can use each of these data ports or data stations one time. So if you're lucky and you get 2 of these intel sort of locations, I think you can get intel twice on the map. Again, I'm not too sure how that works, whether that's correct or not, but we'll have to see. So we will focus, get back with 2 points, because why not? Dump, dump, there and there. So we're now full skill points once again, and I'm going to use my double to move 3 squares. 1, 2, excuse me, 3. And we are out of there. We are clear. The heist is over because I'm gonna skedaddle and get out. But I think you could continue with the heist even after reaching that 12-point limit. I think you can continue if you want to, doing more levels, getting more intel, and potentially earning more credits. But like I say, there is the possibility of you dying and losing everything. I also think that maybe for the early game where you're playing against Omnisense and the soldiers, you may find it's too easy and you may end up doing 20, 30 different levels and having crazy amounts of intel and crazy amounts of credits. Because at the moment I haven't been hurt at all. And this is what, my 4th level of the heist? I haven't taken any damage yet. So maybe for the Omnisense, like I say, if you find it too easy, maybe once you get 12, you stop. Maybe when you're up against the other enemies, the tougher enemies, maybe then you can attempt to go further as a challenge. But that is the end of the heist. I now have, what do I have? 14, 9 plus 5. I've got 14 intel, so I've completed it. We get double the amount of intel as credits. So with 14 intel, I'm going to get 28 credits. Very nice. 28, so that becomes 33. Oh, I might be able to get some cyberware. But I will be losing the optical camouflage, the Kevlar armor, and the SMG. They are going to go at the end of the heist. But I will have a bunch of credits for the next heist. Now, I quite like cyberware. The thing with cyberware is you get to keep them between the heists, but they are really expensive. Maybe an exoskeleton, gain +1 combat. Oh no, brain enhancer, gain +1 savvy. Yeah. So that's where I have those extra cubes in case I get something like this and I can get an extra skill point. But yeah, heist is over. Hope you guys have been enjoying this. I think this is the 5th video in the series. What I will do is I will move this to one side. And I will, like I say, I mentioned that I recorded like a final thoughts clip. I do hope you guys have enjoyed this game. It is really, really good. It is a lot of fun. I think after doing like 4 levels, getting the intel, I think I'm ready to sort of stop this heist. And then for the next heist, I'm going to do random corporations, random enemies. Because, like I say, this was a little bit easy. But it's a good way to learn the rules. Right, coming up. My final thoughts. This game does have a lot of potential in terms of development, evolution, growth. I'm thinking different kinds of missions. At the moment, this is very focused in terms of gaining intel. In terms of the narrative element, there are, as we've seen just now, the possibility of doing things such as sabotage and all this sort of stuff. But there could also be other types of missions that could definitely be included in this style of game. What else? Maybe different enemies. I know that there's a table with 6 different types of enemies that you can roll on. But again, there's just so much scope there to add more different types of enemies. Maybe for higher level heists kind of thing. Maybe even the possibility of getting sort of leaders and bosses. Maybe you could also do sort of special sort of one-off heists with kind of a preset series of levels with different layouts. Maybe possibly with every level that you go through, you're kind of obtaining a key or maybe some kind of access code to access the next level. And then maybe at the end you have maybe a double size room, like a 12 by 6, where you have some kind of other task to achieve. Sort of more enemies, very difficult kind of thing. That could be quite interesting. What else is there in terms of maybe different corporations? Maybe there are some sort of lower tech corporations, not megacorp, but maybe lower level corporations that you're being hired to sort of investigate and steal from. And maybe these sort of lower level corporations have, I don't know, maybe their maintenance is not so good. Maybe their tech is not so good. So maybe intel stations will only provide a maximum of 1 or 2 intel at a time, you know? There's a lot of things that can be done with this game in terms of varying the enemies you face, the corporations you deal with, the game effects, the pluses and minuses, the bonuses and penalties. There's actually a lot that can actually happen with this game. Now, with Entity, there was a sort of expansion or a sort of supplement released, and I'm kind of hoping that there will be a supplement released for KUROI as well, to, again, to add some more variety, maybe to add some sort of special challenging heists as well. So there you have it. We had the final level, the final mission of the heist, making it successful. We had a few final thoughts from myself. As I mentioned earlier, a lot of these things that I put into my final thoughts video have actually been addressed by a comment from Peter in one of the earlier videos that I uploaded before this. And a lot of the things that I raised in terms of changes, additions, for like an expansion, a potential expansion, it looks like they're going to actually come to be, which is great. Because the basic game itself is a lot of fun, but it has so much scope for expansion and more variety that I can definitely foresee, I think Peter said 1 expansion, but I can definitely foresee this being expanded into other expansions and as well. But it is a great game. I think it's only, at the time of recording, I think it's like $5 on drive-thru. There is a link. I think for every video, I've put a link in the description for the drive-thru to download. It's not a huge thing to print out for yourself. I don't know if there's going to be print-on-demand versions. Got to be honest, it's not a huge amount of pages, so you can easily print it yourself. And I just bound it by stapling and then using a bit of this sort of insulation tape. Perfectly good enough. Perfectly good enough. But it is a really, really good game. So let me know what you think. As you've been watching the video, is it a game that you think you'll enjoy playing? Is it something that you're going to add to your sort of inventory? Let me know down in the comments. And also, again, I'm trying to boost up my subscriber count. So please, if you haven't already, please click the subscriber button. Likes are always appreciated. Comments are always welcome, as long as they're positive. I mean, negative, justify, yeah? But yeah, I thank you for watching. Until the next video and until the next game, take care, stay safe, cheers.